I welcome our witnesses, and we'll start with Mr. Fanning.
Good morning, Chairman Rogers, Ranking Member Smith, and members of the committee. Thank you for inviting me to discuss the state of the Defense Industrial Base. The Defense Industrial Base, the DIB, is the Department of Defense's most important partner in equipping and protecting our warfighters and defending our country. To fulfill this vital role, the companies that make up the DIB rely on clear demand signals from Congress, as well as sufficient federal investment, a regulatory environment that allows us to innovate and to move at the speed of relevance, and a healthy and resilient supply chain. Recently, a confluence of challenges, including a global pandemic, through which we never stopped working, record inflation, workforce challenges, and supply chain disruptions, to name a few, has put significant pressure on our industry. Simultaneously, demand is increasing due to a major ground war in Europe, with Russia's invasion of Ukraine almost 1 year ago, and the looming threat from China. All of this combined has many wondering about the health of the DIB. To best answer this question, it's crucial to understand our industry. The contours of the National Security Industrial Base and its ability to respond to these challenges are shaped by a single customer, the federal government. That is an important distinction from the commercial marketplace, and one that has an outsized impact on its products, people, and performance. Federal investments help ensure the overall health of the industry. That means that the number of programs prescribed by the Pentagon has a direct correlation to the shape of the industry. Competition within the industry ecosystem is driven by identifying something for which to compete. Companies react accordingly. A good example of programs with many competitors is UAVs. There are hundreds of programs and hence a multitude of competitors. And our industrial base is not monolithic. It is a diverse ecosystem with companies of all sizes, each with its own role to play. While small companies can be innovative incubators by virtue of their size and ability to speed decisions, prime contractors bring scalability, capability, and cash flow, as well as a large talent pool with extensive experience. Large primes can also afford to maintain a workforce in ready state to meet evolving needs. The condition of the industry today is not the result of Russia's invasion of Ukraine, but of successive decisions made over many years. Federal policy and investment in our national defense can be summed up in 2 words: unpredictable and inconsistent. Over the last 25 years, Congress has passed more than 120 continuing resolutions instead of on-time appropriations bills. In addition, we are still digging out from the effects of sequestration a decade ago. I saw some of these effects firsthand during my time at the Pentagon, but others have taken years to manifest and could take years to unwind without a sense of urgency. One result of these many years of successive decisions is an industrial base maximized to meet peacetime needs. This means excess capacity for surging is not always built into the system. We are optimized for efficiency. With the potential of conflict on the horizon, we must consider how we resource and support the capacity and resilience of the defense industrial base. Both Congress and DoD have a role to play. Sufficient funding comes first. This committee's leadership is evident in recent NDAAs. The growing bipartisan, bicameral support for increased funding in recent years has been an important signal to industry, but it's also critical that this funding is on time and predictable. Businesses need far more flexibility. The department must empower its workforce to move beyond a compliance culture to one that exercises existing flexibility. For example, contract flexibility to address sky-high inflation was a welcome step, but short-term in scope. Other key tools like progress payments ensure businesses have stable cash flow. And the cost of compliance for businesses has skyrocketed. How can we make it easier for businesses of all sizes to support national security? What existing regulations and policies are working as intended, and which are causing more harm than good? Taking additional steps to accelerate innovation and address harmful policies like R&D tax amortization will help the U.S. military meet the threats posed by a modernizing Chinese military. At the heart of everything is the workforce. We need policies and support to maintain this workforce, both skilled labor and degreed STEM workers. Every American should know they have a place in the aerospace and defense industry. Several top Pentagon leaders acknowledge that the department doesn't make it easy to do business with them. Even the Pentagon's reports on competition in small business largely highlight the barriers faced by companies wanting to be a part of our nation's security. Chairman Rogers, Ranking Member Smith, and members of the committee, we are grateful for the time you have taken to visit our members and hear from us firsthand. I extend an invitation to anyone here or at the Pentagon to do the same. Industry is a partner, not an adversary. Let's work together to meet the moment. I've included a number of recommendations in my written testimony. On behalf of the Aerospace Industries Association, I want to again thank the committee for prioritizing this critical issue, and I look forward to your questions.